What if I told you that some of the biggest action stars, the ones who seemed invincible on screen, were hiding secrets darker than any role they ever played? When the cameras stopped rolling and the crowds faded, the real stories stayed buried until death pried them loose. Whispers of hidden scandals, secret heartbreaks, and double lives only grew louder once they were gone. These are the shocking truths about action icons that Hollywood never wanted you to find out. Secrets that only came to light after they took their last breath. David Carradine's final scene. David Carradine became famous for playing a peaceful monk in Kung Fu. He seemed calm and spiritual. His fans thought they knew him. They were wrong. In 2009, maids at a Bangkok hotel made a shocking discovery. They found Carradine's body in a closet. He was naked. Ropes tied his hands above his head, a cord wrapped around his neck and other body parts. The police called it an accident. The medical examiner blamed autoerotic asphyxiation. This sexual practice cuts off oxygen for pleasure. It kills hundreds each year. His family couldn't accept this truth. They hired private investigators. They suggested murder, but the evidence didn't support their claims. Carradine's ex-wives later revealed he had always been in bondage. He liked dangerous bedroom games. His third wife, Marina Anderson, wrote a book about his dark side. She detailed his obsession with self-pleasure and risky behaviors. His death shocked Hollywood. The man who played wise characters on screen died from a secret addiction. His final scene was not in a movie. It happened alone in a hotel room. Bob Crane, America's smiling pervert. Bob Crane made America laugh as Colonel Hogan in Hogan's Heroes. His charming smile hid disturbing secrets. In 1978, someone bludgeoned Crane to death in an Arizona apartment. The police found something strange during their investigation. His apartment contained cameras, video equipment, and countless homemade sex tapes. Crane had recorded himself with hundreds of women. He used his fame to seduce fans. Then he filmed these encounters without permission. He showed these tapes to friends. He bragged about his conquests. His friend John Carpenter helped him set up the equipment. Police suspected Carpenter killed Crane when their friendship soured. They found blood in Carpenter's car, but DNA testing didn't exist yet. The jury acquitted Carpenter due to lack of evidence. The murder remains officially unsolved. Crane's secret life shocked America. The beloved TV colonel was a sex addict. He used his fame to feed his obsession. His addiction may have led to his murder. Anthony Perkins, behind the psycho mask. Anthony Perkins terrified audiences as Norman Bates in Psycho. The role followed him forever. He became known for playing disturbed characters. His own life held secrets just as complex. Perkins lived as a closeted gay man. Hollywood forced him to hide his sexuality. The pressure damaged his mental health. He underwent therapy to cure his homosexuality. He eventually married a woman and had children. In 1990, Perkins received devastating news. He had AIDS. He kept his diagnosis secret for 2 years. He feared the stigma would destroy his career. He used fake names in hospitals. He hid his treatments from friends. Only after he died in 1992 did his wife release a statement. She revealed his battle with AIDS. She explained he kept it private to protect his family. His son later described how his father suffered in silence. Perkins' final film was titled A Demon in My View. The name seemed fitting. He battled personal demons his entire life. His most frightening role wasn't Norman Bates. It was pretending to be someone else every day. Rock Hudson, Hollywood's forced lie. Rock Hudson embodied masculine perfection. Women wanted him, men wanted to be him. His handsome face sold millions of movie tickets. His image made him a Hollywood legend. Behind this perfect image lived a gay man. Studios forced him to hide his sexuality. They arranged fake dates with women. They created false romances for magazines. His agent even arranged a sham marriage to his secretary. In 1985, Hudson became the first major celebrity to die of AIDS. His diagnosis shocked the world. Many Americans first learned about AIDS through Hudson's death. His friend and co-star Elizabeth Taylor revealed the truth after he died. Hudson lived in constant fear of exposure. He couldn't love openly. He couldn't be himself in public. The strain affected his happiness his entire life. Hudson's death changed America's view of AIDS. His fame put a familiar face on the epidemic. His friend Elizabeth Taylor became an AIDS activist. She raised millions for research. Hudson's tragedy ultimately saved many lives. David Cassidy's final confession. David Cassidy made teenage girls scream as Keith Partridge. His posters hung on bedroom walls across America. He seemed like the perfect heartthrob. In his final years, Cassidy told fans he had dementia. He forgot the lyrics on stage. He stumbled during performances. He blamed his declining health on the same disease that killed his mother. After he died in 2017, the truth emerged. Cassidy had lied about dementia. His real problem was alcoholism. He had been drinking himself to death for years. In his final days, Cassidy confessed to producers working on a documentary about his life. "I have a liver disease," he admitted. "There is no sign of me having dementia. I lied about my drinking." His final words revealed his shame. He wanted fans to think illness took his talent. He couldn't admit that alcohol destroyed his life. His last act was creating a false narrative about his decline. Robin Williams, the misdiagnosed genius. Robin Williams made the world laugh for decades. His rapid-fire comedy seemed superhuman. His dramatic roles showed surprising depth. His suicide in 2014 stunned his fans. Initial reports blamed depression. People thought fame and pressure became too much. The truth was more complicated. After his death, doctors discovered Williams had Lewy body dementia. This rare brain disease causes hallucinations, confusion, and paranoia. Williams knew something was wrong. Doctors had misdiagnosed him with Parkinson's disease. His widow Susan later described his final months. Williams experienced tremors, anxiety, and memory problems. He couldn't remember his lines. His brilliant mind was failing him. He knew he was losing himself. The disease explained his sudden decline. It wasn't just depression that drove him to suicide. It was the terror of losing his identity. The man who could think faster than anyone was watching his mind disappear. Heath Ledger, consumed by the Joker. Heath Ledger transformed into the Joker for The Dark Knight. His performance terrified audiences. It earned him a posthumous Oscar. It also consumed his life. Ledger died from an accidental overdose in 2008. He mixed prescription medications. The combination stopped his breathing. He was only 28 years old. After his death, people learned about his preparation for the Joker role. He locked himself in a hotel room for weeks. He kept a disturbing journal. He barely slept. He pushed his mental health to breaking point. Friends reported he couldn't stop being the Joker. The character haunted his dreams. He took sleeping pills to escape. Then he took stimulants to function during the day. This dangerous cycle ultimately killed him. Ledger's father revealed the truth about the journal. The last page contained the words, "Bye-bye," written in large letters. The role that made him a legend may have driven him toward death. Matthew Perry, the friend who suffered alone. Matthew Perry made millions laugh as Chandler Bing on Friends. His sarcastic humor defined a generation. His timing seemed effortless. Behind his jokes lived a man in constant pain. Perry died in 2023 at age 54. The autopsy revealed ketamine in his system. The full investigation showed decades of addiction worse than anyone had imagined. The extent shocked even those who knew about his problems. After his death, friends revealed Perry spent over $9 million trying to get sober. He underwent 65 detox treatments. He had 14 stomach surgeries from drug damage. He nearly died multiple times before his final overdose. His memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, gave glimpses of his struggle. The complete picture emerged only after he died. Perry spent every day of Friends filming either high or hungover, or drunk or detoxing, or all combined. Perry's driver revealed he visited multiple doctors daily during the height of his addiction. He received prescriptions from 15 different physicians. He paid cash to avoid detection. He consumed 50 Vicodin pills every day for years. His co-stars didn't know the full extent of his suffering. Jennifer Aniston confronted him once about alcohol on set. His response was deflection and promises to improve. He hid his pain with jokes. He built walls with humor. Former girlfriends spoke about his isolation. He pushed people away when they got too close. He feared they would discover how broken he felt inside. He sabotaged relationships when they threatened his addiction. Perry established sober living homes to help others. He spent millions supporting other addicts. He frequently took strangers to rehab. He paid for treatments for people he barely knew. His generosity contradicted his self-destructive behaviors. His assistant found dozens of journals after his death. These writings revealed constant physical pain. Perry lived with chronic pancreatitis. His digestive system never fully recovered from years of abuse. He existed in constant agony. The man who made America laugh was crying inside. His addiction consumed everything, including his life. His story wasn't just about fame's dark side. It was about the human struggle against pain, both physical and emotional. Natalie Wood's unsolved tragedy. Natalie Wood captivated audiences from childhood. Her performance in Miracle on 34th Street made her a star at 8. Her adult roles in Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story showcased her dramatic talent. Her beauty and skill made her an enduring icon. Wood's death shocked Hollywood in 1981. She drowned near Santa Catalina Island while boating with her husband Robert Wagner and friend Christopher Walken. The official ruling called it an accidental drowning. The case seemed straightforward at first. Questions emerged immediately about the circumstances. Wood had a lifelong fear of dark water. She never would have left the yacht alone at night. She had been drinking with Wagner and Walken. Arguments occurred throughout the evening. The boat captain Dennis Davern remained silent for years. After Wagner's autobiography contained inconsistencies, Davern spoke out. He described hearing Wood and Wagner arguing fiercely. He reported Wagner's jealousy over Wood's relationship with Walken. Davern's later testimony claimed Wagner prevented immediate search efforts. Wagner allegedly said, "Let's not call anyone right now," when Wood disappeared. Crucial hours passed before authorities were notified. These delays may have cost Wood her life. Wood's sister Lana campaigned for decades to reopen the investigation. Her efforts succeeded in 2011. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department changed Wood's cause of death from accidental drowning to drowning and other undetermined factors. In 2018, investigators named Robert Wagner a person of interest. They cited his changing stories about that night. They noted fresh bruises on Wood's body inconsistent with drowning. They questioned the delay in reporting her missing. Medical examinations revealed Wood had bruises on her wrists, knees, and ankles. These injuries suggested a struggle before entering the water. The autopsy found scratches on her face consistent with someone trying to climb back onto a boat. Wood's daughter Natasha has defended Wagner. She believes her mother's death was a tragic accident. She resents the continued investigation. She wants her mother remembered for her life rather than her mysterious death. The case remains officially unsolved. The three people who know what happened that night tell different stories. Walken rarely speaks about it. Wagner maintains his innocence. Davern claims knowledge of foul play. The truth may have drowned with Natalie Wood. Marilyn Monroe's mysterious end. Marilyn Monroe became the definitive Hollywood sex symbol. Her beauty captivated audiences worldwide. Her talent showed in films like Some Like It Hot. Her tragic death at 36 created an eternal icon frozen in youth. The official ruling called her death probable suicide. Police found empty pill bottles beside her bed. Her brief calls to friends that night seemed melancholy. The case closed quickly despite inconsistencies in the evidence. After her death, new information emerged about her complicated relationships with powerful men. Her affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy became public knowledge. These connections added sinister dimensions to her death. Witness statements released decades later contradicted the original timeline. Her housekeeper changed her story multiple times. Neighbors reported seeing unknown men at her house the night she died. An ambulance arrived before police were called. Monroe's phone records from her final day disappeared. Her diary vanished from her home. Her therapist reported missing notes from their final sessions. Someone systematically removed evidence from the scene. The autopsy found no pills in her stomach, despite the supposed method of suicide. The toxicology report showed extremely high levels of barbiturates in her blood. Experts later questioned how she could have taken pills without leaving traces in her digestive system. FBI files declassified years after her death revealed extensive surveillance of Monroe. The agency monitored her contacts with suspected communists. They recorded her conversations with foreign diplomats. They tracked her movements in her final months. Former CIA operatives made deathbed confessions about Monroe's death. Several claimed involvement in operations to silence her. They described plans to stage a suicide to protect political figures. They provided details only insiders would know. Monroe allegedly threatened to reveal government secrets. She kept a red diary documenting conversations with the Kennedys. She planned a press conference the week of her death. She told friends she would shock the world with revelations. Her death became the perfect Hollywood mystery. Beautiful women, powerful men, sex, politics, and secrets combined into an irresistible conspiracy. The full truth remains buried with Marilyn. Her final scene may never be fully understood. It's wild to think how much was hidden behind the smiles, the muscles, and the blockbuster roles, right? If these walls could talk, imagine what other secrets might still be buried deep in Hollywood's golden past. Which action icon's hidden truth shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're hungry for even more untold stories, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. The real Hollywood is way crazier than anything you've seen on screen, and we're just getting started.